to the third episode of Tap Into My Mental. It's been 2 weeks. Yes, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in for the second episode of Tap Into Your Mental. I really appreciate it. Y'all just don't know. Listen, I have recorded like last week, yesterday, this week, and I keep deleting. I keep deleting because I'm trying to reach the people. I'm trying to talk and chop it up with you guys, and I want it to be authentic, okay? I don't want the half-stepping. I don't want none of that. I am not a perfectionist, but I do want this to go well. Today, I have a couple of topics I want to talk about. One topic is adapting. How we're adapting. This year is about to end. How did we adapt for 2023? Let's talk about it. Also, self-love. Self-love is very important. When I say this year, I tapped into my self-love, loving on me, taking myself out. Even with being married, I think it's very important to dine alone, go catch a movie, meditate. So we'll talk about that as well. My other topic is also trauma. We talk about different types of healing, and trauma starts it all. Trauma in your life can cause many side effects to your body, your mental, your everyday life. Trauma is like, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Also, seasonal depression, the big D. This year is not the same for not even myself, for a lot of people. For a lot of people that especially I know that are going through something, whether it's finance, whether it's grieving, whether it's relationships. This season, this holidays, it's deep this year. It's deep this year. Also, what was appeasing to you for 2023? What would be appeasing for you for 2024? What did you do where you woke up in 2023 and was like, I did that? This is December. So if you know from January to December you did that, let's talk about it. If you say, hey, I lost weight, or I gained a partner, or any little thing like that, what's appeasing to you? What got you going? And what would you like to do for 2024? You guys, you know my journey. My journey right now is a grief. But every day is a different day for me. And I said that on my previous. Every day is a different day. Every day is a new beginning for me. This is a challenge for me. And it's called adapting. I am adapting to what I call my new life. And why I say my new life is because I am used to a certain way of living, and that is me being here for my daughter. I'm a mom. I did mom things. I made sure she was straight, whether she was grown or not. And now that she's no longer here, I have to find out, or I have to tap into another way of adapting to life. And it is hard. I'm going to be honest. This is a hard way. This new adapting thing is hard. Me not texting, me not calling. Even though I do text her phone, even though it's not on, I just like to throw in a couple of texts every now and then to let her know how my day is going. It is something that I do as a journal or journaling, my own thing. But when I'm saying adapting, how are you guys adapting to life? Even with the different types of healing or your journey, inbox me, comment, and let me know, like, how do you adapt to change? How do you adapt to a new way of living? Because with me, I just basically start with getting up in the morning. Um, Once I get up, I say my prayers. For some apparent reason, I go outside. And when I go outside and I open up my door and I'm looking for something, it's not there. It is not there. So I have to adapt to the unknown or the new life or just me going through an everyday notion to say, my daughter drove a blue SUV, just to say it's not out there or she's not at the door. So I am adapting to this new way of life for me. And I would like to know, what are you adapting to? Because we all adapt to something different. We all go through something different. And that's why I say adapting is like, it's an adjustment. Actually, you're adjusting to something else, to something different. And I am adjusting to something different. Now, I want to talk about self-love. Listen, you guys. Self-love. I started this probably a year and a half ago, where I would take myself out. I would meditate to clear my mind, to get a better perspectives of just life in general. Life is hard. Everybody know that. Life is not easy. And if it is easy, please, 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 please tell me how. Because I would love to know. Tell me how. I started to meditate to get my mind right. I went to counseling because of trauma. I did different things where I put in the category of self-love. Listen, who is going to love you like you? I want y'all to hear that. Like, love yourself. Before you can love anybody else, love yourself. Yes, we have kids. Yes, we have a life. Yes, we have partners, husbands, wives. We have it all. We have a job. But if you don't take care of yourself or love on yourself, then guess what? You will be no good to the world. You'll be no good to the world. So, once again, comment on your self-love. What do you do for you? What do you do for you? I can tell you a lot of stuff that I do for myself that I would love for people to also do as well. I take myself out all the time. Even with being married, I love going out. I love just hanging by myself. Thoughts running through me. I love to go out to dinner by myself, catch a movie by myself. I like maintenance, nails, the hair, all of that is self-love. That is self-love. I have some friends tell me, how do you do it? Easy, because I need my mental. And sometimes my mental is being separated from others. Not saying that I don't like people or I don't want to talk to people. Just sometimes you need to get in your car, put on your favorite song, sing your favorite song to your destination. Do what you like. You don't have nobody come in on what you like. You don't have nobody telling you what they like when you're doing your thing. Self-love is very, very important. Trauma. We talked about trauma like last time. Like, we all go through some form of trauma. Trauma for me is grieving. Trauma for me is pain. Trauma for me, and I say pain, and let me tell you, I always say, right now, this is my pain year. I have experienced a lot this year. We spoke on it in the podcast before, but I have experienced so much trauma to where I want to hibernate. Okay? I just want this year to go. I want to relax. I don't want to, I don't want to, I just, I just be want to hide. Just put it like that. I be want to hide with the trauma that I go through. One is I suffer from fibromyalgia, which means I'm always in pain. To me, that is trauma by itself. Listen, I go through medicine, not the hardcore, but the Tylenol, the Advil. I go through all of those on a day-to-day basis. And that takes into, and that put me into self-care, because I have to take care of myself in order for me not to always be in pain. Like that meditation for my body is important, but like I was saying, we have, once again, different forms of trauma. What is your trauma? What is your trauma? I pray about my trauma all the time. I pray about my pain all the time. Trauma can look like anything, like past tense, future, present. It's full force. Just sit back and think, you know what trauma have I been through? What am I actually going through? What can I fix? I heard a quote that says, turn your pain into greatness. I'm going to come close. If y'all know how to do that, please let me know. I'm trying. I'm trying to turn this pain into greatness. That's where the podcast come from. That's what me helping people come from. Me turning my pain into greatness. And even with me helping others, I'm still in pain. Even with me doing self-care or even being out here on a day-to-day basis, I am still in some form of pain. So if I could turn it into greatness, do you know how fantastic that'll be for us? If we could turn this pain into greatness, that would be wonderful. Do you know what I'm saying? Wonderful. Seasonal depression. Oh my God. Listen, I told you about my Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up. I don't know what to say about it. I just know that I am trying. I put it in my headspace, and I'm only putting it in my headspace, not knowing what God's plan is, but I'm putting it in my headspace that I want to have a decent holiday. I want to see people happy. I want to endure family and friends and, put a smile on my face, put a smile on my husband's face. I want to see these things, but I am telling you right now, 2023 has been a lot for not just me, for a lot of people. Season of depression, I say the big D, is a lot. It's totally a lot. Not saying that it happened last year. I know it happened this year. Not saying it's not going to happen next year. But we all go through something. We all go through something, and we try to cope, and we try to get through it, and we try to make it is what it is, which is life, but it's there. And I feel like when you're going through something, that's where your friends, family, counselor come in at, psychiatrists even. Because, to be honest, I want to be happy. I want to see happiness, and I want people to be happy. But for me, Christmas Day, I want to just lay down. I want to remember everything that me and my daughter and my husband did, like in these 23 years. I want to piggyback on, we used to do 5 gift exchange. The day before Christmas, we excited. We got our good food. We talking. We're laughing. We're exchanging gifts. My daughter knew that I'm a Build-A-Bear person. I love Build-A-Bears. I love mugs. That was her thing for me every year. No matter what she bought me, birthday, Christmas, it was a Build-A-Bear. It was a mug. So for me not to have that, and it's not even about the gift giving, it's about just the company that we had, the relationship that we had, that we will no longer have on that day. Listen, get up, get ready to go, visit family. Can't see my granddaddy this year. Painful. Trauma. I don't know, like, I talk to myself a lot in my head to kind of calm myself down, because I have to learn how to cope with the loss of my daughter. I have to say to myself a lot, like, hey, Ebony, you know, you can do this. You can get up in the morning. You can get out the bed in the morning. You can do this without the tears. Because once again, y'all, you know, I told you, I cry every day. It's not a day go by that I don't have a tear falling from somewhere. But I know that these tears, they mean something. Not only to me, to her, to God. They mean something. They mean something. I am basically here to, I don't know, I want to talk about just how we as a whole can get through life, even when we don't know what to expect. You know, I touch bases on my purpose and me not knowing my purpose. Lately I have been feeling, and this is me being vulnerable to you guys, lately I have been feeling like, if I don't figure out who Ebony is gonna lose herself. I figured that I need to get up and realize to myself, I'm realizing that you gotta go out here hard for yourself. 2024, if I make 2024, I'm gonna work on Ebony, because it's very important to work on yourself. It's very important. Not the wife Ebony, not mom Ebony, but Ebony herself. Because like I said, I'm adapting to a new life. I'm used to certain things, so now that I don't have that to piggyback on, or to worry about, or to be a part of, I have to dive into Ebony life. What do Ebony like? What do Ebony want to do? How do Ebony see the next couple of years? Even if I have learned, this have taught me, planning is not my thing no more. Like, I want to work at it. I want to figure it out. Yes, I will initially say, you know, these are my steps, or these are my things. Like, having goals for the new year, not my thing. You know, people, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to lose some weight. Listen, that's January 1st. On the 3rd, I'll be hollering, I can't do it. So, there's no goals. I will say there are things that I would like to do, and things that I would want to do. And one is to find out who I am outside of being a mom and outside of being a wife. Do I want to go back to school? Do I want a different career? What do I want? What do I want? I don't know yet. That's where the appeasing, you know, me saying what appease you come from. Like, what do you want to do in your life on top of what you're going through? who knows? I just know that in order for me to wake up and not feel a certain kind of way, or not feel like life is doing too much of the most, I need to find out, what am I waking up to, and how do I go about my day? I heard a saying from DC Young Fly. He's, when I say God sent, he's a blessing. Listen, you guys, I've been listening to him speak, and he put peace into me. You know, the things that he said, I was like, oh, okay, I get you. And one was, we talked about me saying, why did this happen to me? Why did you take her? Why am I going through this? Why do you want me to do this? And why do you want me to do that? Yes, I'm human. Yes. Out of my mouth, I said why. Out of his mouth, he was like, no, I never said why. The reason why I didn't say why is because, why not me? My heart probably stopped when he said that. I'm going to come close again. Why not me? Why not me? So I took that, and you know how I am, I tear up. I took that and I ran with it, and I'm like, you know what, God? Okay, I hear you. I hear you got somebody speaking on your behalf. Because yes, I'm in my spiritual warfare running around here hollering, why? And you just put in my ear, why not you? Why not her? Why not him? Why not the people up there around the corner? Why not? We're here. We're born here. We leave here. Sure, we don't want, your baby to die. We don't want your loved ones to leave you. We expecting a certain age, a certain form, a different way, but why not you? Is what I got out of this. So that right there put me in a peaceful frame of mind to say, okay, this is a new way of healing. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at it a different way. We're gonna look at it a different way. And we're gonna work on it a different way. But that day when he said that, he really touched my heart, because that's true. It's true. Why not me? I could say all the whys. I could say, why not me? Another person that I've been, excuse me, y'all, I've been looking at Tamara Hall, and all of these people just been inspiring me and giving me the peace, the joy that I need, the comfort. Another lady was on there. She lost 3 of her boys. Oh, when I say she was in pain, and she still is in a little pain, but it's been years, and she's been doing her thing. She done wrote books, a lot of different things she have done to help with her journey, help with her healing. And she was speaking to a gentleman, and he was like, why are you so angry? Why are you so mad? She was like, I lost my boys. I lost all 3 of my boys. And he was like, but you would get to see them in your eternal life. And when you see them, you will see them forever. That's eternal life. And she was like, look, what are we talking about here? Then she said she had to think about it. When I meet my boys again, I am there forever. We're together forever. So that's another situation or aspect that I had to say, like, okay, I hear you, God. You keep throwing these people out here to me. You keep inspirational. You keep throwing it to me, and I am catching it. Listen to me. I am catching what you have. I'm catching it. I'm not saying that I don't get angry. I'm not saying that I don't get mad. I am just typically saying I'm going through it. I'm going through the journey. I'm going through it. Um, comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate y'all once again for the comments, the likes on podcast 2, podcast 3. I'm hoping that we can discuss 2024. Like I said, you don't have to have goals. You don't even have to talk about the future. Just tell me what you like. What would you like to do? How do you like to go about doing this? Over this year, a lot has changed. But we can't do nothing but change with it. I recite the serenity prayer quite often. God, grant me the serenity. Come on now. I can't change. I can only change what I can. I can't change what I can. My situation, I wanted to change it. I wish I could change it, but I can't change it. I could just go through it. And I know, listen, I have the wisdom to know the difference in being able to change, not being able to change. Y'all, sometimes I sit back and I just wish I could rewind. But what would the outcome have been if I could rewind? And I need y'all to hear me here. Listen to this. Because I know a lot of us say, oh, I wish we can go back. I wish we can do this, back in the days. And I get it. I want to be there. Back in the days. I want to go back 7 months. If I can do 7 months, I'm good. But what would the outcome be? What we could have done? What we could have changed? How you know? How you know his plan? How do you know? So there's things that we put in our head and we talk about and we say, hey, I need to do X, Y, and Z. And I need to figure X, Y, and Z out. When it ain't his plan, all of that don't matter. It does not matter at all. I woke up this morning saying, okay, I taped the podcast yesterday. I'm going to put it out there. Looked at it. No, that ain't it. Take the podcast last week. No, that ain't it. But I knew that I had to get up this morning. And excuse the house coat because it's cold in this house. I knew that I had to put out what was on my heart. Trust me, I put it out yesterday. What I thought was on my heart. But when I woke up and I sat there and I listened and I'm like, you know what? This is not it. This is not what I want to get across. So I had to change it. So once again, we're adapting. We're self-loving. With trauma, seasonal depression. And what did we do for 2023 that gave us excitement, happiness? You want to put a stamp on it. And then what do you want to do to say, you know what? 2024, I did good in 2023. I did this. 2024, I ain't going to make a plan. I ain't going to make a goal. But I'm going to say this out loud. Or I'm going to pray about it. And see what happens. And see what happens. Because 2024 for me is, I need to work on me. A little bit. I ain't even going to say a little bit more healing. A lot of healing. A lot of healing. Working on my peace. A lot. Getting into my bag. A lot. We can't change everything. We can't. Hey, listen. I'm learning that I can't fix everything. That is my issue. That is my problem. I go to counseling for it. The other day, my counselor said, Ebony, do you know how to say no? Do you know how to say, I'm putting me first? Guess what? Ebony do not, but she's working on it. I don't know how to get to just be like, no, I ain't doing that. No, I don't want to do that. I ain't got that far yet. I'm trying. I ain't even gonna tell no story because sometimes I be overwhelmed. Sometimes I be tired. But yet and still, I would jump up as if I'm that superwoman. And on the inside, I am not. When I say fibromyalgia will lay you down, it will lay you down, put you down, sit you down, all of the above. But yet and still, I take a pain pill and just be like gone. Come back, take another one, be gone. That's not for me. That's not for me. Listen, I have learned to stretch out no matter where I'm at. In my business room, in my closet, in my bathroom. Sometimes it just be me and him, me and my God. Because at the end of the day, I need to take care of me. At the end of the day, I need to work on who Ebony is, and y'all need to work on who you guys are. We may think we have it all, money, the cars, the this. Listen, I have a place, a roof over my head, a vehicle to drive, a job to go to, but I still yet have not mastered my sanity, my peace, my grace, my glory. So I don't have it all. I do not have it all at all. Like, not even a little bit. The other day I was talking to my dad about the Build-A-Bears, and he was like, oh, that sounds good. I could do that. And I wasn't telling him because I wanted him to carry on Yasmin, what she did for me. I was telling him because those are my sweet memories that I want to keep. So I have to keep the mind going. Because let me tell you something. With this trauma and with all this stuff that have consumed me, baby forgets. I forget all the time. I can't get it together half of the time. And lately, the vision been blurry. And I have on contacts. And yet still be saying I can't see nothing. But what it is the trauma has consumed me so much to where it is messing with me physically and mentally. It plays on the brain. So yes, I am in this woosah. Listen, I'm in the woosah era where don't nothing bothers me but my grief. My grief. And I'm trying to make it not bother me as well. Listen, you can be arguing at me. You could be talking to me half of the time. And I'm like, This reminds me of my brother. He'd be like, yeah. I don't, it goes, because what you have to think about is, once you done been in a lot of trauma in your life, the small things gets even smaller. You're going to argue with me about what? We're going to talk about what? Nothing. You got something on your mind? What it's about? Is it about healing? It's not? Then no. No, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. I can't do it. The small things doesn't matter. The small things are senseless. I'm learning that. That's why I did bring up these topics. Because all of these topics are within people, no matter what they're going through. No matter what form of healing they're going through. All of these topics, you can be happy. You can be, listen, you can think you have it all. And all of these topics still affect you right now today. How you're adapting to your happiness. Are you self-loving on yourself? During your happiness, did you suffer any trauma? Even down to seasonal depression, because guess what? We're talking about seasonal. We're not just talking about Christmas and Thanksgiving. We're talking about when your flowers are blooming. When the summer rolled around. You gotta hear me. You gotta tap into your melts. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. We're not just talking about the holiday where you give a gift. We're talking about seasonal depression, which means that seasonal is, it wraps around. It's year round. It's a season throughout the year. It's a different season. So we're just basically talking about, are you suffering from some form of depression? That's it. Are you going through, even with you being happy, in the back of your mind, is there something wrong? Is it something you can fix? Because if it's something you can fix, let's do that. Let's do that. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you guys. I had to come on this morning and speak my mind. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. Tap into your mental. I really enjoy these podcasts. And sooner or later, yes, I am going to have guests. I keep saying the same thing over and over. I just want this to be suitable for everybody. I want everything to be right. I'm not perfect, but I do want things to go accordingly so we can all be able to discuss. My husband want to come on the podcast. My nephew. I have a great friend. He's my tattoo artist. He want to come and speak his truth. We all do. We all do. And once I am able, we're going to sit down. We're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about it. Everybody has a different subject. We all, listen, because I'm grieving, that don't mean the next person grieving. But they're healing. So we got stuff to talk about. We got stuff that we can work on. I do appreciate you. Once again, thank you for tapping into my mental. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.